The moment you realize that this whole prison is made by thoughts is the moment that you start getting the key to escaping this prison. So a lot of you guys are just, you're stuck in a prison and you're just like you don't even know why you're stuck, but I'm telling you right now, bro, you're stuck because it's the thoughts. Thoughts are the prison. So I'm gonna set a lot of you guys free today. So in order to start off this whole thing, I need you to understand this important principle, and it's that you actually have multiple minds. Multiple minds. I talked about this in the past, but let me just refresh it for you. So remember how I said everything in the universe is actually connected to everything within you? Like Allah told you, think about the heaven, the sky, the earth, the sun, the moon. Think about everything, because these things, there are signs within these things to you. So everything around you is actually a reflection of you. Let me prove this whole thing to you. So didn't Allah state that the whole universe is actually made by seven heavens? So as you can see right here, right? Seven heavens. Like many people give different interpretations. What are these seven heavens? Is it the atmosphere? Is it the actual heavens? Earth is flat or a globe? Whatever. Just these heavens, right? But what if I told you right now that the same seven heavens that are in the sky, in the heavens, are actually within you as well? Let me show you this thing. Seven chakras. Listen, bro, before you even start saying chakras, is this freaking Naruto? Are you getting into like new age science? Nah, bro, just keep listening. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So here's the thing, right? When I'm saying that you have multiple minds, I'm saying that all of these are actually minds. And if you think that this is just something I took out from a book, no, bro, this is actually something based on, first of all, science, but also Islam and logic as well. Think about it. How many times do we, like, if someone is like hungry and they're just pouring a bunch of food in a buffet, don't we usually say it's like you're not thinking with your brain, you're thinking with your belly? Or if someone is like constantly aroused, we're like, you're not thinking with your brain, bro, you're thinking with your bottoms. So these things, like these sayings, came out because there is multiple minds in the body. And this is actually going to help you, if you just watch, bro, this is going to help you set yourself free from the thoughts of your mind when you realize that you actually have multiple minds and these minds are all here. So I'm not going to be talking about every single chakra, and I'm not even going to explain to you what chakras are. I'm just going to be explaining a bit of them just so I can help you set yourself free. And by the way, you know what's actually so interesting? Because whenever I study these things, I always like to look for like actual proper scientific evidence. So look at this right here, right? Female and male. Don't we all have seven glands? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Like ovary for men and the female. So this is one. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So these chakras that we're talking about, they're actually glands in the body. Like it's all the different glands that you have within the body. Your spiritual body also has these glands. So for those of you who are Muslim and you're going to be telling me, "Oh, bro, you're just looking at new Islamic, new age spirituality, and this has no place in Islam." Okay, forget about that. Forget about this. Let's just look at science, bro. If wouldn't imagine if science came out right now and they're just like, there's a spiritual body, and the spiritual body has multiple center points, multiple meridians. You'd probably believe it, and then you'd go through Islam, and then you'd be looking through evidence to back this up. But I'm telling you right now, there is such evidence, bro. You do have a spiritual body, and the spiritual body has its own glands, or in this case, chakras or meridians, but also like your physical body. It has all these things here too. So they're actually connected. So your spiritual body and your physical body, these glands are connected. So if you actually fix one in the spiritual realm, you'll fix one in the physical realm as well. So for example, if you fix like your thyroid, you would be fixing this gland right here, or this point right here, the one that's here. Or if you fix, for example, like your testes, you would be fixing this one right here. But the reason why I'm saying this has multiple minds is because a lot of you guys, what's been happening to you is that if we actually just go back to the spiritual one, most of the time the activity that you're having within your body is actually all in the mind. All of it is just in the mind. You wake up in the morning and the very first thing you do is you just start thinking of your problems. You wake up in the morning and immediately you're stressed. The entire time you dedicate so much energy, so much like effort into thinking and just act this whole thing. Like if we had like a scanner, right, that looks at your brain, there's so much activity here, and this activity is destroying you. It's destroying you to the point that it's pulling energy from here, 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 just to basically like take care of the activity that's happening here in the mind. So when you actually realize that you have multiple minds, and these minds you're not using them because you're not putting your awareness onto them, that's when you're just like your mind is almost like it's gonna have support into it to the point that you're just like, what the heck? So I can think from multiple places, and this brain right here is not the only thing that needs to be thinking. So I actually have more like centers that I can extract and use energy from. Bro, like this is actually the moment I realized this was insane. The moment I realized this, I'm like, that's how you become smarter. That's how you become stronger. And that's how you become even more confident too. So here's the thing, right? I said awareness. When you put your awareness into the multiple minds. And I'll show you what the multiple minds are right now, by the way, and how do you actually do it. So this is something that's so powerful, and it's the fact that you, let me actually put it in caps. You are a ball of awareness. Awareness. Let's just say, let's just say I cut off your arm, I cut off your head, I cut off everything. I take everything away. What do you think is going to be left of you? You might be like, oh, I'm dead. There's nothing left. No, bro, there's something left of you. The only thing that's going to be left of you is just your awareness, your attention, this power that you have, which is the concentration. That is basically you. And this power is so powerful to the point that if you have someone that you love in your life, when is it that they start feeling the most love from you throughout the day? It's when you give them your attention, when you give them your awareness. Like if someone you're not giving them your attention or your awareness, you just know it's like, oh, this person doesn't care about me. This person doesn't think of me. But then the moment you actually give them your awareness, your attention, then they're like, oh, he actually loves me or she actually loves me, blah, 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 all that stuff. But it's just because of your awareness, because of your attention. Do this with me too, okay? As you're sitting down right now, understand that as you're sitting down, you can take this awareness that you have and put it on, for example, your foot. You can literally do it with me right now. Like put your awareness on the foot. I'm trying to do it too. Yeah, like just put your awareness on the foot, both your feet, and plant your feet flat on the ground. Don't you all of a sudden you feel like there's like some tingling? There's like just like a sensation, just a sensation in your feet, or even if you want to like put it in your hands, like right now my hands. As soon as I put my awareness onto them, I feel like there's some sensation that I'm feeling. What's so funny is that the sensation was always here, but it's just you're not really aware of it. So then when you put your awareness back into it, you make it stronger. That's the first thing. You make it stronger, but that's not the point. But the point is that this thing that you're moving, this thing that you're moving, you're moving it, you're putting it down to your feet. You're moving it, you're putting it to your hands. What is that thing, bro? What is that thing? As a baby, you know what that thing is. But as the more you grow older, the more there's so much activity here that you forget that there's something that's moving here. You know, back in the day, bro, when I was younger, I actually used to think from my heart. And you too, bro. You used to only think from the heart to the point that my mind had no thoughts. It was only from the heart. So I would be literally thinking things from my heart. This is why they say as soon as you reach a certain age, like 12 or 13 or whatever, that's when you gain consciousness. People make jokes about that on TikTok. They're like, you know, that time when you finally gain consciousness, or I think when you're 20, or just a certain age. It doesn't matter what that age is. It's like you gain consciousness, but it's because you were still living. Obviously, you were still alive, but it's because you weren't thinking from the brain. You weren't thinking like from here. You were just living using everything else. You were living fully. You weren't detached. Now most of us are detached. All of us are living from here. And we forget there is an entire world, bro, all the way here. We forgot about all of that. That's why the least confident people are the ones that are old. The teenagers. The ones that are 13, 14, 25, 30. Those are the least confident people. You look at someone who's 5, he's got more confidence than the freaking high school teacher. Literally, bro. More confidence. Those people, the kids, the children. I was gonna say I love the children, but I don't want to get taken out of context. But literally, the children, they actually have this energy to the fullest, bro. And you need to go back to start learning from children. As funny as that is, I told you, right? All of life is a paradox. You reach a certain age where you're just like, all the wisdom in the world is within a child. They have all the wisdom in the world. And it's because they're living from the entire thing. All these centers, they're living from it. So listen, this awareness that you have when you started growing older, you started taking this awareness that now you can move, put it into your hands, put it into your feet, put it anywhere else, but you've trapped it here. This is why I started this whole video saying that this entire prison is made by thoughts. And then when you realize that, oh crap, it's not just like thoughts are the prison, you get back the key, because now you start going here, going here, going here. You're like, dang, bro, there's a whole other world, and this is so beautiful. This is actually so beautiful. I remember when I first realized this, I was doing a certain meditation, right? Which I'll teach you. And I was doing a certain meditation, and I was in the bus back when I was in university, and I was just sitting and I'm doing the meditation, and I came out, bro. The feeling I got, I'm like, I literally started feeling like someone just gave me a beautiful gift, and I'm now living through this gift. I'm like, what a beautiful thing I just experienced. What a beautiful gift I just received. And it felt so beautiful because now I learned how to like go through the world through everything 100%, not just from the brain. You understand why people usually say you use only 10% of your brain? It's because the brain is not the only thing that thinks. Everything else here thinks. There's even studies that say the heart actually has neurons that think, but it's not just the heart, it's everything else, bro. It's everything else. And one day you guys are gonna come up to me and be like, Mohammed, you know there were studies that came out that say that you actually have neurons everywhere else? Oh, baby, shaking my head. Let me just show you something. Okay? So I was gonna nervous system, right? Nervous system. Look at your nervous system. It's everywhere, bro. Everywhere. This nervous system is in your whole body. In your whole body. Which means everything here is connected. But let me show you something else, because this is supposed to be part of the video here. So look at this, right? So this is your nervous system compared to tree roots. Let me show you a better picture. Yeah, this one. The human nervous system and then tree roots. So all of us are stuck here. All the activity is going on here, and then we forget there is an entire system here that is basically your roots, same as the tree. Don't they say a tree with strong roots can withstand any storm? Well, I mean, you too, bro. If you have strong roots, you can withstand any storm. So when I'm saying you have multiple minds, it's because you're only thinking from here and you're forgetting about all the other stuff that are going on here. So how do you activate the stuff that's going on here? And we already established there's chakras everywhere else right here, and those are the things that you use to think. To think. So then how are you supposed to be thinking of all the other stuff? Connect the dots, bro. It's your awareness. The awareness. So there is this meditation, right? This is the meditation I was doing, and then as soon as I started doing it, I'm telling you, bro, I felt like I got the best gift in the world. One of the best gifts in the world. Because it made me think. I'm like, I don't have to think. I can just flow. So the meditation is the 7 chakras. There is a center right here. Let me actually get up and show you properly, right? There's a center right here. Right here. Right here, bro! It's right here. It's called the Hara Center. Okay? That's what it's called. The Hara Center. And listen, if you actually just go on Google, Hara Center of the body, they have information, but they don't have a lot of information, man. There's this book right here, by the way, the Hara. What is it called? The Vital Center of Man. It's such a beautiful book. So this center, it's basically like, think of your belly button, and then 3 fingers below your belly button, 3 fingers deep. That's what it is. That's where the center is. And this is the gut center. The gut center. And this is the center in Islam where we call nafs al-ammara. Nafs al-ammara. So this is the nafs that tells you to do things, that commands you to do things. Because this nafs, this gut, the center, it wants food, it wants water, it wants shelter, it wants sex, it wants everything that keeps you alive. Now here's the thing, right? The more you get connected to the center, the more you put energy into it through your awareness, remember? And the more you basically bring all the energy into it, the more that your brain is going to start relaxing, because now your brain knows it has roots. It has roots, bro. Like I told you, all of you guys are living here. and you're forgetting about everything else that's here. There is magic here. Just the fact that you can take your awareness and put it into your hands and notice there's actually something in your hands, tingling sensation. This thing in your hands has always been here. There's magic that's going on the whole time, but you're not being aware of it. So you take your awareness and you put it in the Hara Center for a prolonged amount of time, bro. At least 20 minutes. So what I do is that usually they say what you do is you put your hands like this, and then you just sit like this. This has, don't say, oh, where does it say that in the religion? Forget about all of that. This is not, don't even think of it as like a spiritual exercise. It's just like a mental exercise. You go to the gym to work out your muscle, don't you? So here what you're doing is that you're working out your minds, your different minds that you have no access to. When you work out these minds, you'll become smarter, bro. You'll actually go and read things, and things come into your mind easier. You become more confident. You have more energy. So this is the thing. You do your hands like this, and then you. So let me actually just show you properly. So it looks like this, right? it looks a bit odd, right? It just looks like this, and then you're just putting all your awareness into this little hole that you made. So it starts happening, and again, it's like 3 fingers below your belly button, and that's where it is. What starts happening, bro, is that like just like even it happened actually right now. So look at this, right? Usually I contract my belly like this, but then look at this. I mean, I don't really have a belly. Everybody has a belly, right? But like, I'm not fat, just so you know. But let go, let go. A lot of you guys that are teenagers or the young people, the youth, you're always flexing your abs. Let go, bro. Just let go. It's okay. You're not fat. We all understand that. But when you let go, it's like you relax, and then you can have more access, easier access to the center. Then the more access you have to the center, the more energy you put into the center, the more it's like even your thoughts, and you'll see this happening in real time, bro. You'll see this happening in real time. Your thoughts, they'll start to relax. Literally, just relax. You know who does this? Do you know where I got this from? Let me show you. So it's called the Hara Center. So it doesn't really show you here properly. No, it's not even opening. Yeah, it doesn't show you properly. It just shows you like some girls doing this stuff. It's not just girls that do this stuff. But the one that does this, and by the way, it's right here: the head, heart, and hara. So these are the three nafs in the Islam. So nafs al-amara, nafs al-lawama, and the nafs al-mutma'inna. So this is actually in Islam. But the thing is that the one that does this a lot are samurais. Samurais. And why do they have to do this a lot? Because if samurais are always stuck in the head, they die. There's a quote that says, if you're in the head, you're dead. So if these guys are stuck in their head, they die. So they need to know how to flow. Flow. And the only way to flow is if you have access to everything. You need to be having access to everything. Because a lot of you guys, you're mistaken stress and depression because you're having so much activity here and you're taking all these pills when all you need is just access to other stuff that's here. Just have access to them. So a lot of people, they're in their homes and they're sad and they're depressed and all that. But bro, it's have access here. So then the more you start getting access right here, the more you start putting your awareness onto this right here, the more that you know how to flow with life. That whole book, you should go read that book, The Hara, the most vital center of man. Because when you look at a samurai, the way a samurai moves, it's like he's just flowing with life. The movement is just so eloquent. It's eloquent, right? It's a nice word. But that's what they do because they're connected. They teach them that. Like they tell them when you're not doing your samurai stuff, go into meditation and just put all your awareness into the Hara center. And the more awareness you have in your Hara center, the more you're just flowing with the world. The more the world becomes easier. The more that even your movements, they say a man who's connected to his Hara, the movement that he does, it looks way better, way nicer than someone who's like stuck in their head. Someone who's stuck in their head, even the way they move, you can see it and you're like what's wrong with that person? Anybody? By the way, you guys all know this intuitively too. The more you see someone who's stuck in their head, the more you just don't like them for no reason. And you don't like them, by the way. It goes deeper because you see a part of you that's also not connected to the head, and you don't like that part about yourself. Because whenever you don't like something about someone, usually it's just a reflection of your own self, something that you don't like. But this is literally it. That's the whole side point. But that's literally it. You're always stuck in your head. And if you want to have access to other stuff here, focus on this. So this, what I told you right now, I'm telling you, I used to be a slave to my thoughts until I found an effortless method to let them go. And the way you do that, just put all your awareness into here. And so this, because there was two methods I want to show you. Two methods, okay? The first one, the first method is the non-scientific one, which is the hara. The hara, the reason why it's not scientific is because it's just mostly on, like for example, tree roots, right? I'm telling you, you already have tree roots. Just be connected to your tree roots. And the more you're connected to your tree roots, the more that you can withstand any storm. So this was, you could say it's not even based on science, it's just based on experience, analogies, and just using logic, to be honest. Just using logic, because you're not even, like, imagine if you have access to everything else that's going on here. But let me show you a method that's also scientific, a scientific method, and that's what you call brain waves. Brain waves. So brain waves. You guys understand that, like, your brain has waves, and you're going through these waves constantly throughout the day. So most of you guys, when you're living throughout, you know what? This is so funny because they're actually showing it right here. Most of you guys, when you're living throughout the day, you're always stuck in one mode, and it's so hard for you to escape that mode. So you're always stuck on beta mode. Beta mode. So all of you guys are betas, to be honest, which is so funny. Beta mode is when, like, if I had a brain scan and I was looking at someone's brain, I would tell if it's beta, alpha, theta, and usually you would know if it's beta. I mean, it even tells you like the how the waves look like. If someone's in beta, they have hyperactivity, like their mind is just constantly moving. So when you're angry, you're actually in beta mode. So when you're in beta mode, you take all your attention and you put it on the environment. That's how you know you're in beta mode. So for example, if I'm about to get into like a street fight, I'm gonna be in beta mode. Why? Because I need to. I'm not gonna sit down and meditate and all that stuff. No, bro, there's a fight happening. So I gotta like truly focus on what's happening on the outside. So that is beta mode. But what's happening is that nowadays, a lot of you guys, you're doing your work and you're getting angry at the work. You're getting angry at the boss, so you're getting in beta mode. So when you're getting in beta mode, you're putting all your attention on the environment. So as a result, it's like you're leaving no energy to the inside. That's why you get disease. That's why you get stressed. That's why you get all the bad things that happen in your body. So when you're putting all your attention on the environment, you're in beta, and you live the whole day in beta, to the point that you can't sleep. You don't know why, but it's because you're in beta. To the point that you can't stop thinking. You don't know why, but it's because you're in beta. So how are you supposed to get out? Well, one way to get out is if you, well, the method is to go from beta to alpha. And for you to go from beta to alpha, that's where I actually mentioned this in the course, in the Effortless Risk course, because this is vital, bro. This is super important. And it's for you to actually get into a state of submission, a state of surrender. So the way you do that is you're supposed to be taking off your attention from the environment. The attention that you have, the awareness that you have, take it off the environment. So this is what meditation is. You sit down and then you close your eyes. You don't even think about what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're touching, what you're tasting. None of that stuff. You're just putting all your attention on the inside stuff now. Listen, if you're thinking that this sounds, because it's so funny, when I first started this whole thing, I'm like, this is so gay, bro. Like, I don't want to put my attention on the inside, but it's true. This is actually so funny. Like, this is literally the way. There's no other way. Like I told you, this is the scientific way. You put all your attention on the inside. And so, again, it's like I said, this is the scientific method. But to be honest, like, this is still the same exact method, bro. You put your attention on the inside and then you put it here. So focus on the breath, focus on the heart, focus on the hara. Just focus on the breath, focus on something else other than the environment. What happens is that you're also, when you're sitting in meditation or whatever, you're supposed to think of every muscle that you have. Remember the awareness that I told you about that you just discovered? Take this awareness, put it on every single muscle that's contracted. Most of the time, you're going to start off with the brows. So contract the brows, man. Not contract, relax the brows. Relax your shoulders, relax your belly. Again, you guys are always flexing your abs, thinking you have abs. It's okay. It's okay, bro. Just let go of the abs. Let go of the belly. Let go of everything, even your butt. Most of you guys have your butt contracted. Just let go of everything. And so when you let go of everything, and by the way, your mind's going to try to fight you. Your mind's going to be like, no, I'm so angry. I'm not going to stop contracting. I'm going to keep contracting. But no, bro, let go. Let go. It's okay. And so when you start letting go, that's when you reach a state of alpha. This state is the state where you ever went to like a shower. When you were showering, you actually get into a state of alpha. Sometimes alpha, sometimes theta, but most of the time alpha, because you're just relaxed and you're just like, oh, the water feels so nice. That is an alpha state. So also when you're praying, if you've watched my video about how to pray properly, I'm I'm telling you, you're supposed to be in alpha, and that's how you get the most benefit of prayer. By the way, I told you that if you guys are thinking this whole thing I'm saying it's not even based on Islam, like the whole awareness and blah blah blah. In that video, you'll realize that I said that you need when you're praying, if you don't achieve those two things, which is dhikr and then awareness, your prayer is not there. You haven't even prayed. So dhikr is like remembrance, right? And then awareness is like the khushu'. Khushu'. So if you have no khushu' and if you have no dhikr, it's so funny. This is Arabic, this is English, this is English, this is Arabic. If you have no khushu' and no like dhikr, you haven't even prayed. You literally haven't even prayed because you haven't fulfilled something on the inside. You got to fulfill something on the inside that then go and do the outer stuff. So this khushu' is your awareness. That's the awareness, which is so funny. So this is something that's vital that you have within you, and you need to know how to take care of this, how to move this around. So when you're praying, you know where you're supposed to be putting this. So anyway, so now you take your brain from beta to alpha, and now you take it to theta. When you take it to theta, that's where that's the state where when you imagine anything, things usually happen. And if you watch my previous video, I told you exactly how to do that. I literally told you exactly how to do that. But listen, bro, this is so beautiful right here. Like this entire thing right here, when I first learned about this whole thing, I used to be a slave to my thoughts, man. But then as soon as I learned about this, I'm like, multiple minds. I have access to multiple things, multiple minds that I can just put my awareness into and it's gonna help me out. Like that's insane. And then like all I am is just a ball of awareness. And that's why people only use 10% of the brain, because it's not the brain that you're only using, it's everything else. You gotta start using everything else. And these are the two methods, which is the Hara one, putting all your awareness on the belly, and also how to like reduce your brain waves, man. And the way, by the way, if you still don't even understand how to reduce the brain waves, relaxation. Relaxation, man. The Hara is awareness on belly. It's beautiful, man. This is actually so beautiful. This is the stuff that for some reason most of you guys don't even know. You don't even know. But you see a baby, don't ask a baby, but you just look how a baby lives, and they all know this. They literally all know this intuitively. It's something that's built in within us. Within us. But yeah, man, I'm hoping this whole video was helpful. If you actually think this whole video is helpful, man, go on this right here, okay? Effortless risk. This course, some guy actually just reached out to me. He's like, you got to make a school program. I'm like, I already have a Discord. Why would I have a school? But maybe he's right. I don't know. He's like, the information that's in this course is gold. And I believe that. Like, I put my heart into this. You know, when I was doing this whole course, I was doing this. Get into the Hara, but even more advanced stuff that I haven't even shared with you. Get into the heart. Get into the heart. Because you know, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was receiving the Quran on the heart because he activated the heart. You look at his whole life story, it's just him activating the heart. So when he activated the heart is a receiver. So it was able to receive the words of Allah, the biggest thing there is to receive. But what I did in this course is that I tried to activate the heart, activate the Hara, work from a state of love, and then something came out. Something came out. So that thing that came out is this whole course that teaches you that you can actually achieve effortless risk. So those of you that are telling me, oh, you're not supposed to have everything easy, you're supposed to work hard. I work hard, bro. But the way I work hard is like, you work hard from a state of love to the point that even the work that you're doing for you, it's not even work. It's not work. How is it work when you're doing it out of love? To other people, they're like, oh, look at him. He's like day and night. He's always typing. He's always working. He's always recording and blah, blah, blah. But it's just from love. And this is what I have in the course. You go through this course, inshallah, bro, you'll understand that, well, you'll feel it. And then you'll implement the things that I teach you. And I'm hoping that you actually do achieve effortless risk, because like risk was never supposed to be a thing that you go and you struggle with. It was never supposed to be something that you struggle with. You were meant to live for something way higher than just going trying to get money and blah 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 and all that stuff. Plus it has free bonuses about copywriting, YouTube automation, all that stuff that most people talk about nowadays. But the whole course focuses on your mindset, and how do you activate the heart so you can attract effortless risk. But I'm hoping this was helpful, man. If this was helpful, you gotta let me know.